So you want to see what I did to go from this to this? Well, keep watching and I'll show you how. G'day, I'm Troy and this is the Comic Book Movie Collector's Guide. Now, for all of you out there that have been watching my channel for a while now, you will have seen me in this nice little square shot with this poster as my backdrop, and of course the border that you see around me, which I only really come up with to cover the fact that I couldn't take a wide shot, as this poster behind me is really tall and narrow, which, as you can see here from some unedited shots from an old video. Now, I have always wanted to get some bigger shelves built, you know, one to store my ever-growing collection of DVDs and Blu-rays, and second of all, to replace my poster with my collection as my new backdrop for my future videos, kind of like this. But as it turned out, this became a longer process than I could have ever anticipated to get to here, as the cost of doing this was way more than I ever thought. And building this all on my own, it took a lot of hard work and a lot of spare time to complete.
That took way too long.
So, how did it all start? Well, the decision was made that I need to move my collection from the house to the shed.
Get that shit out of here!
Now, I had to prep and repair it first. So look, here's a photo of what my shed kind of looks like. It's very close to this, very similar style to this picture. It is pretty much your standard Australian two-car colour-bond steel shed, which, as it's a little older, shall we say, and it did leak when it rained heavy. So I had to spend a lot of time first sealing up all the leaks and preparing it for insulation, which you'll see here. Because I tell you what, if you live in Australia, you know what our summers are like.
God, it's so damn hot.
And it can get up to 45 to 47 degrees Celsius, or 113 to 116 degrees Fahrenheit for my American viewers on a good summer's day. The temperature can even get a few more degrees hotter than that in a metal shed like this. So I put some insulation in here to keep things cool in the summertime and to hopefully stop my DVDs and Blu-rays from melting. And I did go for the more soundproof version, which, you know, cost a little bit extra, but will be definitely worth it in the long haul, especially recording videos in here. Now, next was to frame up the walls and then hang the drywall, which, let me give you a hot tip. If you're doing it on your own, it does get tricky, trust me. Anyway, once that was all up, I could plaster up all the corners and all the joints, all the little pieces and defects, and give it a bit of a sand down, and then put some undercoat and sealer on the top of it to protect it, and then finally paint it, which this whole process took from prep to paint was roughly about 8 months plus of doing bits at a time when spare time and money was available.
I'm always busy.
So now the walls are done and looking pretty good. It's time for the best bits, the shelves. Okay, hang on, just give me a second. Here are some I prepared earlier. Okay, time to get my Bob the Builder hat on. And let's get into it. And hey presto, just a couple of hours later, one set of shelves. But it's just something not right. Oh yes, I got it. Yes, a nice coat of black paint on the shelves. Now that looks good. But wait, now for the fun part. Let's fill these shelves.
3 days later.
Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick rundown and show you what else I have in the shelves. A lot of people have asked me, what else do I collect? Do I collect other stuff other than comic book movies? Of course I do. I love all different types of movies. So I'll quickly run you through the whole shelf and show you exactly what I've got, because I know there are some people out there that are interested. So we'll start over this side and work our way across. So to start off with, there we are, top shelf. And as you can see, bit of a Family Guy fan. Love Seth MacFarlane, love his type of humour. And then we go across, and yes, I am a wrestling tragic as well, but then any 80s kid would be. So there's all my wrestling collection. And then if we go down to the next shelf, we start off with my Spider-Mans, and then we go across. Sorry, I'll be a bit slower. Which of course you've all seen these in my collection videos, so I'll pretty much do Marvel across here. And there we go, from the Hulk. I'll do my best to keep this steady. Pretty hard to do, unless you got like a moving tripod or something. And then we get down here, we go, some X-Men, Wolverine, Guardians, Fantastic Four, Thor, Punisher's Blade, and then we get down to, there we are, we'll see the Turtles in a minute. This Turtles collection is coming along nicely. As you can see, the ever-growing Turtles collection. And then down here, Defenders, go down a bit, there we go, my Flash, Zorro, Dick Tracy, we're all getting into those at the moment. And of course, Lone Ranger, Sabrina Casper. And then we get into Walking Dead, some of the other ones in this shelf. And this is where we have all my odds and ends. Those ones. Of course, then we take it up to the next shelf. And as most of you already know, I am a massive metalhead as well. So here are all my music DVDs, which are pretty much heavy metal ones. Yeah, so that is the top shelf. And then we come down, and this shelf in this second part is going to be DC. So here is the Batmans. I had someone recently out there asking me about Batman DVDs and what's on Blu-ray and stuff. There is just so much. I don't even know what there is. I've only got what I've got myself. So there is a lot to collect out there. And they always keep updating and releasing new ones. And then we get to my Supermans, which continues down here into Supergirl, Super Friends, Justice League, and of course Teen Titans, love the Titans, Wonder Woman, Arrow, Flash, all the CW TV shows there. And we start getting into some of the more or less common known ones, and of course the movies and your other associated DC ones. Then we start going into other superhero related movies. Cartoons and funny cartoons, and down to some of my foreign releases here. Not too many, plan on building that up soon, getting some more foreign ones. So over to what else I collect. So here are some TV series I get: Entourage, Parks and Rec, IT Crowd, Little Britain, Burn Notice, Community, just a little bit of a mix of stuff. Then it comes down, here's my Stallone collection, where mostly Rambo and Rocky. As I said, kid of the 80s, love Rambo and Rocky. Then it goes into my Arnie collection. Who isn't an Arnie fan, right? With all the Terminators and everything there. Then I also am a mad action collector, action film collector, And this is sorry, no, we've got Dolph Lundgren. This is my Dolph Lundgren collection. I'm missing a few of those, but it is getting there because he releases so many movies, so many low budget movies coming out of his. But this is what I was about to say. This is my Jean-Claude Van Damme collection, and I am only one movie short of having the complete collection, every movie he's been in. You may be like, oh, I see one or two missing. Well, I have them in other areas, but I have just off one movie a complete collection. And of course, you also know I'm a big He-Man fan, so there is my He-Man collection. And of course, being a kid of the 80s, there's some great 80s TV shows: Mask, Brave Star, Cops, Airwolf, Battlestar Galactica. And of course, these are the great 80s classics. The Dukes of Hazzard. Of course, I'm a Dukes of Hazzard fan and A-Team fan. And I'm a big G.I. Joe fan, which some of you might have spotted by my tattoo, which is a Snake Eyes Storm Shadow tattoo. Dungeons and Dragons, RoboCop. Like I said, you can tell I'm a kid of the 80s. Then it gets to Star Wars. Of course, I love Star Wars, who doesn't? And big Quentin Tarantino fan, got his movies, and big Bruce Campbell fan, so I've got some of his stuff there. And then we get down to, of course, a bit of a Kevin Smith fan as well. There's all his stuff, and Robot Chicken, Robot Chicken there. Love that stuff. And then we get down to, of course, I got the Lord of the Rings, didn't everyone? And then we just get into some of the series like Love Wayne's World, Ted, American Pie, all those ones like that. Underworld, got all them. John Wick, of course, great action movie stuff. Then we have, sorry as I move the camera, Mortal Kombat's, and just odds and ends now, some classic movies. Like I said, these are all just random ones I've picked up or been given. Like I said, odds and ends. And of course, I have my spares over here, which if you spot anything you're after, hit me up. Let me know and I will send them out to you. So if you need any of these you see here, let me know. I'm more than happy to palm some of these off. So with that, that is, as I walk back, pretty much my complete collection there. So there you have it. I finally got these shelves done. It has been a lot of money, time, hard work, but I am super happy and super proud of how this turned out. So look, thanks to every one of you here on the channel that has stuck around while I continued to get this little project done and stuck with me. I promise there is more videos ahead. I'm hard at work at getting some more reviews done, some more Ultimate Guides, and of course some DVD hauls as well. So look, keep checking back as I will have new content here ready and waiting for you. And of course, if you can't wait, why not? Click that one there and you can see some of my collection updates, or maybe you want to see some of my reviews. I'm going to get that one there. And of course, don't forget to do the most important thing. Throw me a bat like, and don't forget to hit that subscription on the way out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.